Okay, this is just a brief tutorial on working this type of problem. This happens to be lesson 8.5, number 4. This is not the same problem. This is an example problem that has the same type of situation set up where you've got an x and a y, and the x, one of the variables happens to be the hypotenuse, which remember is the longest side in a right triangle. It's the side opposite the right angle. And then we've got one of the other legs being unknown, which is the y here. So we're going to try to find the y, and then we're going to try to find the x. And the way that you do that is very similar. First thing we want to do, and anytime you work this kind of a problem, you want to start with writing out this SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. And what that will give you is an easy way to remember what the different trigonometric ratios are. We're going to be dealing with the sine, the cosine, and the tangent. Sine, which is abbreviated SIN, cosine is COS, and tangent is TAN. Okay, so how do we use this information to find x and to find y? Well, first of all, anytime we have an angle, remember the sine is just the ratio of the sides surrounding that angle, and ratio being, let's say if we wanted to find the sine of 37 degrees, we would take, looking up at SOHCAHTOA, it's the opposite over the hypotenuse. So we take the 37, sine of 37, and it's going to be the opposite over the hypotenuse. Opposite is what side opens out from the angle, and it's the side opposite, which is the value of 6. Remember, the hypotenuse, we already said, is going to be the largest one here. That's going to be your x. So now we have an equation. We can solve it for x. We've got to do a little bit of manipulation first. So we start by dividing. Well, okay, let's do this. We're going to multiply both sides by x. When we multiply both sides by x, it will cancel the x's on this side, and we'll end up with x times the sine of 37 degrees equals 6. And now we want x by itself, so we're going to divide both sides by sine 37. The sine 37s will cancel on the left side, and now we've got x by itself. We simply divide 6 by the sine of 37 degrees. Sine of 37 degrees is found by using your calculator. Make sure you're using degrees on the calculator. Type in 37, then hit the sine button, and you'll end up with x equals 6 over sine of 37 degrees, which it turns out is 0.602. And we multiply that or divide that out, we get 9.97, which if we're rounding it to one decimal place would be 10.0. And now we've found x. Okay? And you can use the same method for finding y.